Welcome to the Sistarhood Podcast. My name is Casey Marie, and I'm here today to just chat a little bit about some personal things that I've been getting some revelations about. So I know I said I was going to go into the solar plexus soon. I said maybe the next video or the one after that. I don't know. It's happening. Okay, it probably will happen the next episode. We'll actually just plan it. It will be the next episode. I just haven't had my book with me, and this has just been kind of spontaneous getting on here, so I got you. If you've been waiting for it, it's coming. I don't know about y'all, if you keep up with astrology, the solar eclipse and Pisces. If you do, then you know it has been absolutely intense and wild. Same thing. It's been crazy. My life has been all over. Beautiful things coming together, things falling apart. That's part of the solar eclipse. Lots of revelations. Been looking at my life, reflecting, and been like, wow, I am the problem to all my life's problems. It's been me all along. We often want to point the finger at other people, and it's not to say that they don't have an impact on your life, but it's like what you allow. Okay, because if someone's causing so much dis-ease and just chaos in your life, if they're obstructing your peace and you're allowing it for so long, then who's really the problem? All right? Because people are who they are, and it's about accepting what's being shown, who people are, and moving forward, doing what you have to do to feel calm in your life and at peace in your life, so that you can build what you need to build, so that you can tend to the people that rely on you, like your children, whoever it is that needs you to be your best self, because you need you first, but there are people that may need you. So especially if you have a business too, and you're trying to build a business and you got clients, just know being in your best health emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically is absolutely vital. All right? I wasn't taught this. So, there was a moment I was like, dang, I did this, I created this. And, it can make you feel down in a way. But then I just got to build myself up. I'm like, look at the beautiful things that are coming from this. Look at the lesson that I've learned and the wisdom that I've gained and what I can share with people. And it changes the whole energy. Don't beat yourself up, okay? If you find yourself in this, like, headspace of, like, I fucked up, whatever, all these negative things. Like, I don't even want to say certain words. I don't want to put it in your brain, but like, I'm a failure. I already said it. There you go. I'm not holding back, apparently. I'm learning. That's been a process. Usually I don't want to say something to hurt someone or whatever, but no, we saying it all, baby, or to get people to mentally go through things. No, this all part of being self-aware and bringing it to y'all's awareness. So here we are. But if you find yourself there, shift it, okay? Shift it. Just be like, no, I'm doing great. I'm learning, I'm growing. I wasn't taught these things. It's okay. I'm going to be all right. Life goes on. We don't need to stay in that energy. Definitely feel what you need to feel always. Allow it to come up, but recognize your thought process through it. Like if you cycle about certain thoughts, because it affects your mood. It affects how you move throughout the world. Just how you feel physically. Stop it right there, all right? Transmute whatever you're experiencing emotionally into something else. So I've mentioned this before. Journaling, writing for me has been extremely powerful and sacred. It's allowed me to feel so many emotions and made me feel so much lighter. Also, walking at a park, going on a walk, looking at homes, getting excited about the future, excited about things you're seeing. You know, it could be simple things. You see someone on a bike. Oh, I'm excited to get a bike. I'm excited for that part of my life. A home. I'm excited to be in a home, a big home, bigger home. And then imagining yourself in there with everything that you want in there, how you want it. Like really visualizing what you want and what you're going to receive because you believe it, okay? It's all about what you believe to be true. So that's why what we think, our thought process, we need to consciously become aware of like what's going on up there and then shift it so that our brain begins to have like new ways of thinking and feeling. We begin to feel lighter, we feel better, because we're like made of trillions and trillions of cells. What you think, you literally like allow to grow. So if you're like in this negative, limiting belief mindset, you're like growing all those thoughts and just it's becoming just like this almost terrible to you, like this, I don't want to say terrible, but this not great space to be in. You don't feel good inside yourself. And the whole point of being alive is to feel light and airy and free to be who you are and just in love with yourself and with life in general. That's where we want to be. So yeah, transmute it into those things: art, painting, dancing, singing, eating healthy. Like really give to yourself in healthy ways that you need to give to yourself. Okay, cooking, like transmuting emotions into cooking, creating anything will help you get through those things. Because really what we want to do is be able to navigate what we're going through mentally without being impulsive and without going towards unhealthy habits like drinking, smoking, trying to numb it. We want to be able to build the tolerance to where we can be curious about what's going on in our headspace, but also work through it by doing something healthy, by a healthy coping mechanism, a hobby. And that's something that you have to explore on your own and really see what you enjoy. And also remember that it is very new, so try not to beat yourself up about the results or the process. Say you're painting and you're like, ooh, I don't like it. Keep going. Allow yourself to finish something, because you'll be surprised at how you'll feel when you finish something, how fulfilling that will feel, and then to see your growth over time, to stay consistent in those things, and to trust yourself during the process in each little endeavor that you do. It is very rewarding. It builds your self-worth, your confidence, and you really deserve that. So yes, start small, baby steps, and just keep staying consistent with yourself. It's part of self-care, like artwork and all these things, because you're really pouring into yourself in ways that you need. So yeah, I was sitting here and I'm like, well, the past few cycles have just been wild. Really thinking about the last few years especially, and then also why I'm in the position that I'm in. And I'm like, we are the problem to our life's problems, okay? Because when I look and I'm like, wow, I didn't have boundaries, emotional boundaries, okay? Not just physical boundaries. There's an emotional aspect to it. Like when you're in a relationship or in a friendship, like whatever, an intimate relationship or just a friendship, which is also can be intimate, like, you know, just vulnerability, that's intimacy. It doesn't have to be physical intimacy. But when you're taking on so much, like this person's pouring harmful, hurtful words into you or throwing them at you about how they feel, and you just continue to go around them, it's like they're letting you know how they feel, okay? So why are you staying around? And what I realize is it can be confusing when you're in, say, like a relationship and someone says all these hurtful things, but then next thing you know, they're in a better mood and it's like they want to embrace you now and want to act like nothing happened. And, you know, sometimes there's accountability and you're like, you know what? like this feels good. So, you know, it's just like this cycle that you can go through, because it's like harmful, then it's accountability, then it's fun times, and then it's hurtful again, and then it's just like a roller coaster. And it has nothing to do with you. Like, you may be the problem, or you may be the issue in certain areas. Like, if you are, intentionally harming this person or whatever, or even unintentionally harming this person, you can see where they're coming from. But at the same time, you don't deserve that harm, that hurtful behavior. Okay? So, in my experience, it's like I kept bringing to light what was harming me. And it just continued to happen. And I'm like, why? Like, why did I do that? And I'm like, you know what? My mother didn't care how her actions or her words harmed me. And, our mom's our first safe place. So I'm like, wow, was I reenacting like this mother wound in a relationship aspect? Because here I am trying to get this person to see me as I am, not their idea of me. I'm literally trying to change their idea of me and get them to see why I feel how I feel. And they're not able to see how I, emphasize with how I feel. So it's like, I'm trying to get them to see me as I am, and they don't. So I'm like, why am I trying to prove myself? And it's like, I came to this realization that it's like, I was scared to let them go. Like, I wanted them so desperately to be in my life. And it is, like, for me, it's like, I can see it's like an attachment to the idea of somebody being, like, the idea of somebody being who I want them to be, and also us being something, like, that I want us to be. And I'm like, I've gotten in this pattern of seeing the potential in people, like seeing the absolute best of a person, seeing their beautiful heart, but ignoring their patterns and their behaviors and their mental, like what they're going through mentally, because that reflects what their patterns and behaviors big time. And emotionally, what they're experiencing emotionally, like really just brushing aside everything else and just seeing their heart. A few good actions and they're just deserving to be in my good grace. And I'm like, no, I can still see the greatness in people, but I also have learned discernment, and I've also learned to recognize the unhealthy aspects of people so that I can place myself where I need to place myself to protect my peace, my physical well-being, my emotional and spiritual and mental health. Whew. Man, it is empowering to be here. It's also like, given the situation I'm currently in, it can feel like scary at times, because I'm like, okay, what now? Like, what's next? And you know what? I just have to just be present as possible, take care of myself, and just embrace life's unfolding, because truly what's meant to be in your life, like as part of experiences, people, places, things, will be in your life, and it's all part of your soul's journey. We can control so much, but we also have to learn to flow with life, because how many things have we tried to control and hang on to for dear life and it not be meant for us? Life came and swooped the job away, or the person, the relationship, the friend, the family member, and it's like, okay, now what? We really have to get comfortable with change. And when we're so used to clinging to comfortability, when it comes to jobs we hate, places, our home, people, we have to get more comfortable with change, because the truth of the matter is we are human beings. We have a soul inside of us, and the soul thrives off change and, allowing ourselves to be whoever we want to be, changing when we learn from experiences and allowing our life to take new paths. You know, if we don't like a job, changing the job. If we don't like our home, moving to a different home. The city, a different city. Really just allowing ourselves to expand and evolve, because that's what we're here to do. We were never supposed to cling to things that we don't like anymore. Like, we're so in fear of change that we just settle for a boring, miserable life and soul-sucking life. And it's like, no. Okay, baby, I'm in this place. I will not stay anywhere I don't want to be. All right? And I get, sometimes you have to get through something. Stay, like, maybe it's a home. Like, you got to get through the experience because things are building so that you can get the new home. Or the job, you have to stay there for a little bit longer just so you can plan and get something together for this job. Yes, there's planning that needs to happen. But also, don't allow yourself to fall into this place of feeling so numb and just unhappy that you just don't do anything. You just stay and stay and stay. Like, allow yourself space to change and grow. Okay? And say you're in a place that you don't enjoy, like a city or a home or something. Always do new things. Like, literally make memories, have new experiences daily. Just because, say you're at a job you don't like and you feel like you want to stay there for a month or a couple months until you figure things out. Okay, you may not like that place, but make the best of the experience while you're in the place. The people, like, interact with people you've never interacted with. Do things you've never done in the place. Bring a coloring book if you can. Like, really just get creative with your time and your energy. And don't allow every day to be so routine and so stagnant that you don't feel like life is worth living. Okay, because it is always worth living. Go outside, hear the birds, like, go on a walk, feel the sun, the wind. Go on a drive, listen to your favorite music. Even listen to music you listened to as a kid, like teenage years. Like, really just immerse yourself in the playfulness and the creativeness of what it's like to be a kid again in those experiences so that you can get through them. All right, because you deserve that. Take care of your health. Self-care, vital. Like, really take showers daily. Some people don't. I'm witnessing that now. Some people don't. Okay? Don't do that. All right, wash your butt. It's important. Wash your face, your skin, everything. You need it. Okay? You'll feel better when you get out of the shower. You may feel like at the end of the day, I don't want to do it. You'll feel better. You'll feel refreshed. You need it. I'm just highlighting that because, what I've seen is wild. So, do a skincare routine. Use that bentonite clay, baby. That's what I use. Ooh, 20 minutes on and they off, and you just feel revitalized. It's important. Whew. Gots to. Every day. Not every day. Every other day. Brush your teeth. Eat healthier. Okay, I know we have habits we got to work through. Sugar, starches, all this stuff. Eat healthy in between as you're breaking free from these habits, okay? Because I know it's challenging sometimes. I have a very strong chocolate thing going on right now, dark chocolate especially, 72%, 85. I be mixing it up. I'm talking like almost every other day I get a bar and I eat it all. And that's okay. I'm giving myself grace because nobody's perfect. I brush my teeth so I feel better, do the coconut pool, feeling better. So yeah, just do what you got to do. Drink a lot of water, rest when needed. Excuse me. I just prioritize yourself. Like, literally let go of all the distractions. I'm not talking about family or like kids or whatever. We have to prioritize certain things. But when it comes to social media, when it comes to things that aren't really pouring into you, let it go. When it comes to TV, like, really take time away from those things because it is important and needed, and that's what many of us have gotten consumed in, and then we've forgotten about ourselves and how to take care of ourselves. We think, watching a movie and eating a bunch of junk food is the best thing to do, and yeah, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it helps. Eating some chips, drinking a slushie every now and then. But yeah, I'm not going to condone that because I just had a slushie the other day. It did not make me feel well. I'm like, oh, I need this. But then I was like, ooh. But the more you eat healthy, that's how it'll be. The things that aren't healthy for you, you'll feel it instantly in your body. But yeah, anyways, do what you got to do for your self-care. But don't suggest watching TV every day, being on social media every day. Take time off for yourself. Get the clarity you need. When we're always stimulated, it's very challenging. So yeah, recognize when enough is enough, man. How long are you going to keep putting yourself in these situations that are affecting your emotional well-being, your mental, your physical, your spiritual? Like, how long? Okay? Really ask yourself that. Do what you got to do. All right? And if you're in a relationship you don't want to be in, or you want things to change, speak up. Don't just not say nothing. Okay, because when you speak up and then how the other person responds to you speaking up says a lot. Okay, so what's not aligned with you, you need to stand true to. Stop trying to get people to see everything you see, because they may or they may not ever. So, don't stress yourself out over expressing the same thing over and over again. If the same situation keeps happening and you find yourself about to say something, over-expressing again because it relates to the past, recognize that, okay? Journal about it, go to therapy, and then let go of what needs to be let go of, the relationship, whatever it is. Because you need to be as healthy as you can be for yourself so you can decide what you want to do with your life. When we're distracted with another person, whatever it is, it's very challenging to focus on ourselves and what we want out of life because we're considering what the other person wants, what you want together. It's like, no. It's okay to think about what you want together, but it's like, think about you first and if this relationship is even healthy for you. All right? Because if something's healthy for you, then that's different. All right, then y'all can plan and decide and come up with some things. But if it's not healthy for you, let it go. It may not be healthy for you ever, okay? And accept that. We need to stop living in fantasies, thinking like, oh, maybe in the future. Like, okay, maybe, but at the same time, no. Okay? Focus on yourself. Don't even, that shouldn't be you shouldn't be set on that. Be set on yourself first. That's my biggest lesson in this lifetime, okay? Because I'm always very considerate, especially in a relationship aspect, which is a beautiful thing. It's beautiful. But I've had to recognize what's not good for me first, okay? I've had to give myself what I wanted from another, like that nurturance, that attention, that love, that sense of safety and security inside, that joy, is all within. So the more we try to feel safe in someone's presence who's not safe, or find security in someone else, like wanting them to decide something, you have to give that all to yourself. You have to trust and believe in yourself so fully and wholeheartedly that seeking that from another is just, you don't do it, all right? And you recognize when people come into your life and they're not pouring into you in ways you pour into yourself, because they don't pour into themselves that way. And if you want longevity in a friendship, in a partnership, people have to reflect what you give to yourself. Because it is very challenging to build something with someone that doesn't have the same values as you. It's not impossible when it comes to business and certain things. But at the same time, you want to interact with people that share your core values and beliefs, like have a similar belief system. That's so important. That's so important. Like, I'm talking about longevity, because when I see what I'm doing also, it's like I'm here to help people or support people in their evolution. So I'm going to be interacting with people that, may not have reached this level of awareness that I have, and to pretty much guide them along the way. No judgment, But there's also a sense of like protecting my peace in that process, because, and if you're on that journey as well, it's important to be very discerning, because, you know, when you know how you were at a unevolved or a lower state of consciousness, people may want to attach themselves to you. They may want like your energy all the time because it allows them, they feel better. But it's like the awareness is like they have to learn to feel better within, and respectfully, you have to distance yourself to protect yourself. All right? And it's not personal. Well, it is in a way for you. And yeah, it's just discernment, I'll just say. Discernment. All right? And protecting yourself. And all, like I said, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. Because it all intertwines. So yeah, I just encourage you to do what you gotta do, okay? And know that you'll be taken care of along the way. To not allow fear to consume you. To really just trust yourself wholeheartedly in the process of your life. Whatever is unfolding, you know, really just breathe, hold yourself, and take care of yourself through that process. And know that you will be all right. Everything will be okay. Yeah, that's the message of the day. I love you all, and I'm wishing you the best week. Take care.